Okay, so this is part 7 of the Victoria Empire Under the Sun walkthrough/tutorial, and this is going to be another military one. I left off having taken France as a satellite, and the next stage is the Crimean War. Now, I decided to go into the Crimean War because, well, it would give any beginners kind of an idea as to what a larger scale war looks like, and a few other things that I hadn't touched on in some of the other videos. Here I'm again changing my technology. It run out, so you just click on the crown, go back to that main screen, and then you click at the bottom where the technology is, and then choose which one you want. I think I was in the 50s, 1850s, of course. I was doing a lot more of the military technologies for obvious reasons, because it would come in handy against other armies. So it's things like it improves your organisation, and when two armies meet, you're more likely to win. And it's definitely not the case that you just weight of numbers wins in this game, but I definitely use weight of numbers in this particular war that I'm going to be showing you. And unlike other videos, I wasn't really concerned about technology. I changed it when it came up, and I don't have to balance the budget. I kind of already did that. So once you've got a balanced budget, like right at the beginning of these videos, you don't have to do it too much the rest of the time, except when, obviously there's a deficit somewhere. But right now I'm just kind of focusing on the war, moving troops that were from France and landed in the north of like near Lithuania and stuff, just moving them down, selecting them in a big box with the left click, moving them with the right click. Any black provinces like that where they've rebelled or anything, just trying to take control of them again. Now I'm against Prussia in this one. Britain didn't come into the Crimean War in this particular case, and so they've already started moving into my territory. And what I did just a second ago, you may not have noticed it, was I mobilised my units. So all the units that you'd seen me up to that point increasing at the bottom right hand corner of the military screen. And the military screen, if you see the top left of your screen, there's the crown, there's the kind of landscape icon, and there's next to that there's the cannon to the right of the crown. That is the military kind of screen, and when you click on that, there's like a little box which has the all your mobilization. There's so much in these screens that it can be sometimes quite tricky to find where they all fall under. So anyway, you go to the military screen, you go to the mobilization pool, and you click mobilize like that. So that's where it is, and you see all those regiments, those divisions, and they each count for 10,000. So every unit of these normal infantry, regular infantry, count for 10,000. So I've got 80 units, so that's 800,000. So there's a lot of troops, and this is only in 1850 odd. I can't see from my editing position right now. It looks like 53 or 54. But anyway, so yeah, by 1914, if you keep on increasing it, you can get some millions quite easily. So at the moment, I'm fighting off. I can't even remember which country that is. Here's where I get slated for having played this game so many times and still not being able to remember. So they're moving in, and right now I place it, and so you go to the mobilization area and you click on the divisions, and I'm going to save you a lot of time by doing a nice transition, because I had to literally click 80 times, and that's the one problem. There's no quick button to have place all 80 in this one province. You literally have to click, then click on the province, click, then click on the province. There is a option to deploy all to home, but that goes to the province where they came from. So if this is across Russia, well, that, Russia's a big place. You could get 5 divisions turn up over by, East Asia or whatever, and that's not really helpful. You kind of want them all in one place. But if you want them all in one place, you got to click 80 times, in that one territory, which is pretty much what I did. I put 60 there, or something like that. So that's 600,000. I split them up into groups of about 100,000, so 10 units. And so you click on them as a whole. Then you go down to that create new, I think it's new unit sort of box, and then you click on the pluses. And then once you're done with that, you can do what I did and just click on the where the map is on the unit itself. Once you've done that, so click create. So you just see that process happening over and over again. Plus 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 to divide that unit. Keep on subdividing that unit, and then once you're happy with it, you just click on the unit itself. And that's a lot of clicking involved, but it should make sense with a bit of practice. So yeah, I've got like 600,000 there. I've got another 100,000 just a little bit further along that border. I'm putting all my eggs in one basket, so to speak, to use some horrible cliches, in order to be able to beat Prussia and then be able to get down to the war with the Ottoman Empire. And there will be quite a lot of times when you have to subdivide your units just so that you can fight a more effective war. And other tactical things that you can do are attacking a province from numerous directions. You may be able to see that there are sometimes I'm attacking one province from a few directions, and you get an advantage for that in this game. You also get an advantage if you have like a commanding officer and things. So here I just made a transition. I just kept on fighting them, pushing them back until I eventually get Berlin. And it takes a few days before you fully take control and it turns green. And once you've got that, you click on the so here we're going through the kind of negotiating here, and again it's the same thing that you saw with France. It's take war indemnities, which is 25% of their earnings for the next few years, and satellite. And they accepted it. And they accepted it because they were partly war exhausted, and also because you had their capital. Once you get their capital, you get 25% on the on any negotiations. The same works in the reverse. If they take your capital, then they get a hefty chunk in the negotiating. And the higher your negotiating power, the more likely you are to get what you want. But as I said, there are some things that they're not going to give you. Certain provinces which are really tied to their core, and other things. If they're not really bad, if they don't have a high war exhaustion cost, they're unlikely to give you what you want. Now you got things like Ottoman Empire demanding that we give them certain things. These are going to come up. This offers from them basically, and you just got to make sure that you decline them when they come up. They thought they could get something from me because here I was, is it Moldova? Yeah, accepting peace from them because I didn't want to annex them. There's no point in that. I just wanted them off my back. So that was that really. Yeah, the Ottomans thought they could get some peace from me because obviously they had more of my land than I did of theirs. But that's about to change in the next video. And yeah, it's just, as I said, moving the units around is just basically selecting them in a big box with your left mouse button and then moving them with the right. If you want to engage in negotiations, you click on the country that you're against, one of their provinces, and then there'll be like a relations box in the middle of that left-hand side panel. You click on the relations, then there'll be an option to kind of negotiate or whatever. And then you just click whichever options you want to negotiate for, and that's really it. So I'll see you in the next video.